Hi everyone, this is going to be lesson 18 and we are going to be on page 125 in the student workbook in their iReady reading book. So this week we are going to be talking about comparing characters. So on page 125, I want you to go ahead and look up at that little speech bubble that the moose is giving. So that says, an experience is something a character does or learns. A very exciting experience is called an adventure. So I want you to kind of think about that while we're comparing characters and different things that they go through. So an example of an experience that we would come across in real life would be going to school, playing soccer, watching a sporting event on TV, and then an adventure would be something that's really exciting that you're doing. So maybe going on a trip that's far away, riding an elephant, going on a horseback ride, something that's really exciting that isn't something that you do every day. So we are going to read the experiences of two characters and talk about how they're alike and how they're different. Those words are also going to be compare and contrast. Those are also words that mean the same thing as alike and different. So up here it says, a girl agrees to live with an ugly beast to save her father. She finds out that the beast is kind and thoughtful. When she agrees to marry the beast, he turns into a handsome prince. Okay, so that's one experience, and now we have another one that we're going to compare. It says, a princess needs a frog's help. She promises to let that frog live with her and share her food. The princess thinks the frog is disgusting, but she keeps her promise. After 3 days, the frog turns into a handsome prince. So I want you to look at those questions that are down on the bottom of that page and discuss those with your parents. So how are the experiences of the characters alike? How are they different? So you're going to be comparing and contrasting. What are things that they have in common? What are things that they have different? So go ahead and pause the video to discuss that. So after you have discussed that, I hope that you said things that were the same are that in both of these experiences, they turn into a handsome prince, okay? Because they told us that the beast, after she agrees to marry him, he turns into a handsome prince. And then from the second experience, the frog turns into a handsome prince, okay? On that same note, something that is different would be one story is talking about a beast and one story is talking about a frog, okay? So we compare characters' experiences so that we can see how stories are similar and how they're different. It helps us to understand the characters when we're comparing things that are similar and different from them and getting an understanding of what that means for those characters, okay? So you can see on this first one that the princess treats the prince differently than that second experience, how the princess is treating that frog. So it really helps us to understand how that princess is acting, right? All right, and then there's going to be some additional questions that I'm going to put at the bottom, of the video that go along with this page. But we are also going to move over to page 126, okay? So we are going to continue comparing characters. And we're going to be using the polar bear's son and Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel. So I have added those two books to this post as well so that you can go back and reflect on those. If you want to read the books beforehand, that might be helpful to kind of refresh the memory. But we are going to be talking about their experiences and comparing them, how they're alike and how they're different, okay? So for this first one, our first question on our page, on page 126, is asking, how are the old woman and Mike Mulligan different? Write O for old woman and M for Mike Mulligan. Oh, you're okay. Okay, so you're going to look at those two that they give you and write if it's the old woman or if it's Mike, okay? So the first one is walks far to find a friend. And that second one is gets to stay close to a friend. And I'm going to continue this video in just a moment.